going in. Well then.
I sense your consternation, son of Hades, as you look about this space. You have another question, and are free to ask.
Oh, it's just... I sometimes wonder, Master Chaos, if you created all of this, then who created you? What was this place before you arrived?
All of this simply came to be, and so did I, presumably after a former time had finally reached its end. I hesitate to say it was an act of will. It was more like a sudden shift, as when a conflagration happens from a spark. I arrived at such a time, and all else then arrived from me.
Some would question the destruction which you sow, but I shall never do so. I fully understand your impulses. Allow me to indulge them.
Baldy, look who.
Sisyphus, I know you tend to be in remarkably good spirits, all things considered, but there must be something I can do to help with your predicament, isn't there?
Oh, come now, Prince. Do Baldy and I look like we could use your charity? We're planning to stay put within this chamber for a while. It's hardly a predicament, I'd say.
But what of the Furies and their torments and all that? They might be back and make all this more difficult for you.
Ah, yes, the Fury Sisters. Well, I wouldn't mind seeing them more infrequently now that you mention it. But either way, so don't you even worry about me. Now here. Makes sense to me.
Cheers, mate. So, there's something you like to do for entertainment out here, Baldy? Or just, I don't know, take it all in, I guess? To our most famous boulder. Well, see you.
That's one good rock, isn't he, Prince?
In the name of Hades.
Bye now.
Sis.
Now listen up here, Zag, because this time I have got something for you that's gonna put some extra fire in your step. You ready, man?
Phew.
I'm with you every step till you arrive here, Zagreus. Then I will probably ignore you like the rest. Just warning you ahead of time, all right?
Ready yourself, dearest, because you and we're going to have ourselves a little outing I expect that neither one of us shall soon forget.
I'm back, ladies.
Give up already, Zag, or I'll keep killing you each time you come this far.
I have some bad news for you, Meg. Little by little, I'm getting stronger.
That may be so, but you'll never be my equal. Ever. You'd do well to remember that.
Ugh, more Fury Sisters than I bargained for.
What? What? Ha! Megra the Fury got you again! She is unstoppable, isn't she? One time, I tried to stop her on the way to have a chat with your dad, and she didn't even turn her head!
My condolences.
Too bad, boy.
Father, let me ask you something work-related here. I know the shade called Sisyphus once wronged both you and Thanatos, and has since paid a heavy price. But don't the Fury Sisters now have better things to do than torture him?
You come to me to question how I allocate my resources? Preposterous. I care nothing for that wretched shade. That he is tortured for eternity is but a technicality resulting from his arrogance. The terms of his incarceration are long lost.
So then if I could somehow find those terms, then theoretically I could grant him a pardon.
If you could somehow do your job and enact miracles, then yes. You could do anything then, I suppose. Including waste your time on those of his undeserving ilk.
That's good to know. Nyx might be with Chaos.
I must commend you on the most splendid lyre playing emanating from your bedchambers, my friend. It seems we have a second court musician now.
Thank you for encouraging me to give it a shot, mate. And for the kind words. Achilles, sir. You happen to know whether Father authorized the transfer of a Macedonian Tau Lambda chariot to Elysium in recent memory? I ran into the former hero Theseus all joyriding about in one of those.
I know the chariot you mean. It's not just any Macedonian. It's modified, apparently by Daedalus himself. No earthly weapons can do what it does. Though, please don't tell me Theseus put on that mask.
What, you mean the golden matching mask? I saw him wearing it all right. Looked like a proper fool, I thought. What of it, though?
Well, I think that Daedalus would certainly agree. Heard that he fashioned that mask and outfit as a little joke. For someone deeply prideful and well unaware. It must have suited Theseus quite well then, yes?
That it did, most definitely, sir. Only the very best treats for my best friend, right, boy?
Cerberus yelps in merriment upon receiving such a generous offering.
Here's the commission. Maybe this knitted effigy of some sort of surface creature will keep Cerberus occupied.
Cerberus has much better things to do than play with toys.
Here you go. Oh, I think Thanatos would love this one. Or totally ignore it.
Thanatos is far too industrious to require such a thing.
Contractor, I have another job. Should soften up that corridor down there.
Thanatos has no need for such embellishments.
Orpheus made the board. I'll take it. That's too good a deal to pass up. Who am I to question fate? I'm no Orpheus, but I'm no slouch. Just need to keep at it. All right, one more time.
How many times must I explain this, boy? Each pact of punishment needs to be properly signed and sealed and filed, rather than pile up.
File this, Father. Hi, Aphrodite.
I'm always here, or close enough, to help you through whatever troubles you may face, my little goodling. So do not hesitate to call upon me,
All of the love and beauty in the world can wither in a season, Zagreus. Remember that when next the goddess Aphrodite makes her promises.
Enough.
I'm here again to lend to you my power, noble cousin. Though your own strength of will is how you'll finally break free of that cruel place.
Hope I didn't keep you waiting, ladies.
Alright, Cuts, express delivery to where in places are you right now? Anyway, take one of these and go about your business.
Your predicament has pulled our family together, united in a desire to assist you, cousin. Even those who typically do not think much of those other than themselves.
Oh, if only I had wisdom such as yours, Athena dear, so that I was more capable of picking up on subtle jabs and insults such as that. You're not fooling anybody with your feigned benevolence, you know.
The world is not all lies and deceit as you make it out to be, Aphrodite. Sometimes a lending of assistance is no more than it appears to be. Now either back up Zagreus or stand aside.
Combined might.
I thought I'd find you here. We'll catch up later. Now let's deal with these wretches and be done. You held your own out there. Till next time.
How was the magma temperature lately, Lerny? Oh no! I do not appreciate that. How could Lerny do this?
What?
Forget something again?
What's the giant pact posted out in the courtyard, Father? You offering me a job?
Perish the thought. It's so that all your toiling can be more painful, nothing more.
Why would I want my toiling to be more painful than it already is?
Who knows, boy, or better yet, who cares? To make the mortals up there worship you for all your labors? Go on, then, go get yourself dispatched some more, so I can make well certain that my realm can properly contain you.
It's a deal. I have to ask you something, Orpheus. It seems like everything has been all right for you, except you don't look very happy to me, mate. Is everything all right? Between you and Eurydice, I mean.
Oh, but your concern is much appreciated, friend. I feel I am in an everlasting bliss. It simply does not show upon my countenance. Perhaps through song is how I best express myself.
You're doing wonderfully at it, mate.
You and my son. It pleases me to see the two of you have grown so close of late. Thanatos has always led a solitary life. He never would complain of it, and yet, I know he yearned for closeness in his way.
Thank you, Nix. I think we each have harbored feelings for each other for some time. We've finally been true about them.
Then in this, you each achieved what you desired. I ask that you take care of my dear son. I often fear that he shall work himself too hard.
Oh, he's all right. Though I'll be sure to keep an eye on him.
Then very well.
Thank you for waiting. Look at what I caught, Chef. Always a pleasure.
I have to say, lad, this place is livelier than usual of late. Some of the old fixtures of the house getting patched up, new furnishings. It's rather nice, really. We've you to thank, don't we?
Oh, that? It's nothing. Though I'm glad it's made a difference for the better. Our contractor's been doing all the work, I'm just putting in the orders.
And the funds. Your father runs the underworld a certain way. This old house is lavish, I suppose, but he has long since ceased trying to make it livable at all. So the changes are appreciated.
Glad to hear it.
You are in so much trouble.
Always have more pets for the greatest boy. One more time. Lady Aphrodite.
What is it, love? Are you still having problems with the dead? I swear, you'd think they had enough of me in life.
All right. Come on out. For another Marty.
A good procurement. The charms of goddess Aphrodite are upon you unmistakably. Although I shall be curious to see if her command over one's sense of love shall have any effect beneath the earth.
Who's laughing now?
Looks like you could use the power of the sea, wouldn't you say so, little Hades? Good thing I'm here, so that together we might wash your enemies away.
Why, look who's here, Baldy.
Hello, sir. I have to thank you, Sisyphus. Not just for all the help you've given me time after time, but for encouraging me to have a chat with Baldy there. I dare say I feel a little more at peace of late, and maybe it's thanks to him.
He's a good one, all right, isn't he? Though if you've come to such an understanding with old Baldy there, why, it must mean you've done some growing on your own as well, I think. Easy does it.
Thank you, mate. An offering to the finest boulder in all of Tartarus. Pleasure.
Oh, look how happy Baldy is. Until next time, all right?
You bear the blessing of Poseidon, Zagreus. Someday I shall remind him of his place and freeze his watery domain entirely.
Hello, Fury Sisters.
It's been a while, Zagreus. You must have made it pretty far last time. Let's see. Outer reaches of Asphodel?
Outer reaches of Asphodel. And I have to say, Meg, you are positively a sight compared with that blasted bone hydra stewing away up there.
How very flattering. To have compared me to the remains of some mindless, outsized lizard. Come, maybe I'll kill you just as easily as your new hydra friend. Now!
Package for your boss, and I think you know what's inside. Well, maybe not exactly, but just pick something, will you?
They're both here.
We just finished eating. Here, got plenty left over.
How goes it lately, Lerny? Everything just fine?
I must say you deal death rather exquisitely. Though, perhaps I could be of some further assistance in such matters, yes?
So damned obstinate about every detail. Always so unyielding to your doom.
Come on up. Got a clam.
Fool of a fish. But anyway, a question if you don't mind, stranger. Because I've had one nagging at me since we last discussed the subject. What exactly happened to Achilles, can you say? After I died, that is. I've heard the rumors, but I don't trust any of this boastful lot.
Well, from what I gathered, sir, after you fell, he was overcome with grief and anger. He joined the war just like you urged, and single-handedly he almost ended it.
So then, he threw away his life. Soon enough after I lost mine. Yet despite vanquishing an army on his own, he wound up in the lowest pits of Tartarus. Instead of here, among the great.
You should know, sir. You were buried together. Your ashes, that is. It was his final request. As for how he came to be at my father's house, that's something I think he can best explain. And I will do everything I can to make sure that he has the opportunity.
Our ashes, you say? Together? The fool. We could have lived, not been reduced to meal for the worms. But I appreciate the information, stranger. Now, please go.
Thanks for this.
It's time, Mysterious. Let us assert our greatness through single-minded combat.
Hello, supportive shade. Just got to get through Cerberus up there. This blasted place again. Storage chamber. Olympus, I accept this message. A sack fit for a huge three-headed hound. Maybe I should check the other passageways before I leave. Got this delicious sack of meal for you, boy. Don't spend it all in one place, mate.
Cerberus moves for no one, but for Satyr sacks,
he can make an exception.
I can go. You're never late, Father.
There you are. Then let us now commence this ugly business yet again. Your flailing attempts against me are embarrassing.
That's Orpheus' singing. Where is everybody? Orpheus, sorry to interrupt. It's just I couldn't help but notice that new ballad that you're playing there.
Technically, why not consider it a hymn, my friend, in honor of your numerous travails, prior to your current set of circumstances, which must pale in comparison to all the rigors you've endured to date.
The thing is, none of the information in your hymn is accurate. It's nonsense. I was just kidding with you, mate. I tried to make that clear. You get so lively when I tell you my tall tales, you know? You're not angry with me, are you?
Heavens no, my friend. Your humility is matched only by your perseverance in the face of adversity. May your great deeds live on forever, much like you.
Cheers. You and your sisters really don't get along well, do you?
Alecto and Tisiphone and I each have a different outlook, I would say. We've learned mostly to stay out of one another's way.
That doesn't sound like a healthy basis for a relationship between siblings.
Are you lecturing me about healthy relationships with families, Zagreus? Your family, your father's family, is the most broken and corrupted in the history of the entire concept.
Fair point. I didn't mean to sound like I had any meaningful advice there, Meg. We're stuck with our bloodlines and our relatives, aren't we?
Your family cut their Titan parents into pieces and then scattered them in Tartarus. Remember that when next you tell me about family.
Trade you these horrid things. All right then. I'll take that deal. Don't you ever get lonely down here, Nix? For companionship, I mean. Because, well, I mean, just look at you. You're very beautiful, the night herself. There's nothing you can't do. When I was younger, I thought you and Father, you know. But is there not someone else?
How very forward of you, child. I accept your compliment. Although I am the night, as you observe. The night conceals all. I know nothing of the loneliness which you describe. This entire realm, it is a part of me, and many of its subjects sprang from me alone.
I see. Forgive my rudeness. Achilles, I've revealed the hidden aspect of the Heartseeker. Lady Artemis herself told me the words, and it seems Coronach belonged to, maybe will belong to, somebody called Rama, peerless with the bow, even among gods.
Many lay claim to peerlessness with bows in my experience there, lad, although I'm not to judge a vision from an ancient weapon such as that. I hope this Rama shall use his weapon wisely when the time comes, same as you.
I have this feeling that he will.
Oh! You'll get them next time, Prince. I'm sure of it. I think.
Take care, Dusa. I guess this came to pass. The gifts of Master Chaos. Hi, Aphrodite.
How you must yearn to reach the surface, little godling. It likewise stirs in me a yearning to assist you by all means at my disposal.
Hello, Your Highness.
Hello, sir. I have to tell you, Sisyphus, sometimes I wish I knew more about your past. You must have been a great king.
Well, the thing is that I wasn't, Highness. And that's not modesty from me, all right? All behind me now, and I'd appreciate it if we left it at that.
I hear you, sir. Though whatever you did in your mortal days, you've since more than paid for it, I'm sure. Wait, is that why you're still here in Tartarus? Because you think you deserve this?
It's more like this is where I belong, where my path has taken me, you know? Here in the underworld, you can't entirely escape your past, and yet it's like you get another life to live, with all the wisdom that you picked up along the way. A fine selection there.
Cheers, mate. You're looking as stately as ever there, Baldy. Enlightening.
Think Baldy's warming up to you. Keep fighting, Highness.
And I see you have the Lady Aphrodite's blessing there already. Love and death together hand in hand. Sounds most agreeable to me.
Well, my nephew, you're admittedly in quite a bind down there. But what is life without its struggles, hmm? You'll make it here eventually, I'm certain.
All right, Zagreus. Catch your breath, decide, and then what say we get you out of hell, maybe?
So, let's see what you can do, Red Blood. Come on.
We'll have you racing out of here in no time, cuz.
Thanatos.
How goes it, Zagreus? Want to stand back and watch me work here, Zag? You're fast, I'll give you that. I'm off.
There he goes. Lerny, if you'd like for me to kill you, hiss. Hiss, butterfly.
Young man, I know you'd like to get to know the comely Aphrodite face to face. Or, I don't know, you can decide once you arrive at last. He can decide, isn't that right, my lady Aphrodite, hmm?
Why, I never, Lord Zeus. That sounded rather like a crass remark from you. How shocking that the golden standard for the rest of us should have such words from me.
Ooh. Cheers, you two.
You made the choice not to be involved with that war when you knew just as well as anyone you could have ended it, but you refused, and now I'm here, and you're somewhere else. Well,
Forgive me, stranger, for, in retrospect, I was too terse after you told me what became of my Achilles. Tales of his climactic battle I had heard. The stuff about his ashes and my own, that was all new.
No need to even ask forgiveness, sir. Achilles is one of my closest friends, but he doesn't care to talk about himself, about those times. It must be very painful for the both of you.
Oh, we've all seen our share of pain by now, but knowing that he cared for me in the end, after the end, it dulls the feeling of it for a bit, as do these conversations, I guess.
Thank you, sir.
Ah, at last!
He's here, King. Activating armor. It's fortunate repairs in your chariot were completed in time.
Nonsense, my friend! We could defeat this vile hellspawn with or without the additional divine protection we've been granted here. Get him!
The champion and I will reign forever.
Oh, blasted heavily armored half-bull.
What? Oh! Ha!
How's my favorite boy doing, huh? Achilles on break, I guess.
Welcome home. We'll have to catch up more some other time.
Freshly caught, just for you, chef. Why, thank you. I don't suppose the name Skelly happens to mean anything to you, does it, Nix?
It means nothing to me at all, my child. Though, why do you invoke such names within this house? Who is this Skelly, and what do you presume is the connection that exists between us?
Oh, well, essentially he's an animated skeleton who shows up just outside my bedchambers and lets me practice with my weapons on him. I sort of figured that you put him up to it. So it wasn't you?
Achilles moved throughout these chambers under my own shroud, if you must know. And thus you have in your possession the infernal arms. But I have not exerted further influence than that. Is this skeleton to be trusted, then?
I think so. I don't know. He seems all right. Let's go with this one, then.
A fine selection.
Work approved. Let's lighten up that southwest hall a bit.
The prior dimness of that hall was entirely intentional.
Let's go with this. By my decree, this house is not a house without this rug.
The poets doubtless shall be singing of your rug.
This looks to be an excellent investment, contractor. Go on and make it so.
I shall review this work once the time permits.
Again.